go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
Whoa, now. What's going on, good people? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Man, it is wet outside. It's just wet out there, man. You don't have to be out there in the midst of all of these different things that's going on with this weather right now. My best bet to you is to stay at home, stay inside, and try to stay warm. It is a mess outside, and it's supposed to get a little heavier tonight and tomorrow. So it got heavy today.
We are not supposed to see the sunshine until sometime this weekend, I think.
Friday night. Well, then the sun ain't gonna be.
No, it ain't gonna come on Friday. If the sun comes on Friday night,
no, something wrong.
We talking Chinese.
No, we talking sunshine for real in Harlem Nights.
Honey, I ain't never coming home.
I ain't coming home. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but we supposed to be I think raining for the next 48 hours. Pretty heavy.
Yep.
Pretty heavy. And it's putting a damper on a lot of things, on a lot of different programs, a lot of different holiday events. I know they shut down the holiday in the park, in Lafayette Park over in Jefferson Parish. That stopped.
Hopefully it shuts down nice.
I don't think that's going to stop them. I don't think that's going to stop them. Because more than likely, we going to go out because we think that is going to stop them. And then next thing you know, they're going to be out there looking for them and get some more. So did you see some of the
I just want to know when did ICE start carrying their own ladders?
Bruh. You saw that, huh?
I said, what?
Bruh.
Them dudes pulled that ladder up. They said, all right, we got one for
y'all
you.
ain't coming up here on this route to get me and pull that ladder up. They were like, that's all right. We got our own. They brought their own ladder. I thought I was going to fall out in the floor. Right? Hey, you know, it wasn't funny. It really wasn't funny. But it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
It wasn't funny, but it was funny. Because
it's like I felt bad for the one guy that they took out of all the guys. But still, the ladder thing, that
he pulled that ladder up on that roof so quick, like, bitch, you is not going to get me today because you can't get up here because I pulled the ladder up. Next thing you know, they went back and got their own ladder.
I wonder where it came from, though. I didn't see it on the rooftop or nothing.
I didn't either. Oh, boy. I was like, man, they came prepared. It wasn't funny, but it was funny, bro. It was not funny.
I wonder if it went to the homeowner. Say, bro, I'll give you $100 for a ladder right quick.
They ain't giving no money for no ladder. You know that. But I bet you they went to somebody's house and got one.
They had to. Because there was no way in the world.
No ladder on the vehicle riding around like they Cox cable.
Yeah, for real.
You know, well, am I being? Yeah, I'm sounding discriminatory.
Ooh, how?
Huh?
How? Well, what were you about to say?
That they go and have those ladders on their car because they work for Cox Cable as a vendor. I'm sounding very discriminatory. That's terrible. But it's true.
It's true, though.
They get up on them ladders. Quick, fat. You need cable? Next thing you know, they up on the pole, boy.
Got special. Yo, homie, I got specials for many different channels.
Yeah. Got that special, this one, and this one. Which one is that? I don't know. You tell me. Boy, we going to hell. That's all to it. That's all to it. But man, I saw that on the news yesterday. I said they went on, and look, that was a big house. That was a tall house. That was like a 2-3-story house. And they were up there fixing the roof. Next thing you know, old boy was on the roof. He saw him coming. He pulled that ladder up, man. He pulled that ladder up so they couldn't get up on the house.
And those ladders are not light.
No.
He pulled that sucker up with ease.
See, he pulled it up all at once. Boom.
That adrenaline was going.
Huh?
That adrenaline was going.
Hey, well, you know, when you don't want to go back home, you don't want to go.
It's all right. Watch this. We got one coming over
they
right now.
They got that ladder and put that ladder. I was like, oh, Lord. I was like, wait a minute. Now I know he's not gonna stand on side of the roof and try to push the ladder down.
That's why I was just thinking the same
He would
thing.
have got shot.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, no, he would have got shot. They probably would have shot him. So, but that was funny. It was funny.
That would have been a
funny.
Bugs Bunny move right there.
It was funny, but it wasn't funny. So
Where'd they get that ladder from? Acme?
I gotta find out something else.
What's that?
Nooney,
Uh-oh.
was that your tennis shoes in the air today at the city council?
Huh? Hold up. I didn't see that.
Bruh.
Bro, what happened?
Bruh.
Bro.
This ain't even a bruh. This a bruh.
That's a humbra.
So today at city council, they had the protesters.
Yeah, I saw the protesters.
They went in there and had their ass, and they had to call the cops, and the cops was removing them.
Right.
As they were removing them, I was like, wait a minute. They picked somebody up, and all you saw was one cop was holding up somebody by their ankles. And all you could see was Chuck Taylor, the Chuck Taylor tennis shoes.
Wait, did that happen like right outside in like the lobby area?
Inside.
Oh,
No,
it's inside.
It was inside the city council today.
'Cause I saw they were dragging somebody out in the lobby area.
That's what they were doing. They were driving out. They were probably dragging them out of City Hall altogether.
Now,
But I was
I
like,
see
wait.
I didn't see the feet going up in the air.
Oh, you gonna see it. You're gonna see it. And look, and it wasn't just the fact that they went up in the air. It was the fact that they stayed in the air. Because the cop was holding them by the ankles like this. Look, he was holding them, and all you saw was the Chuck Taylor here and the Chuck Taylor there. I couldn't even see the rest of the body. I was like, wait a minute. Y'all got to be kidding me, right?
You sure that was Noonie?
That's what I'm asking. I got to check to see. Was that Noonie? Noonie, was that you? They ain't had you up by the Chuck Taylors today, did they? Noonie, call the brother back. Let us know that wasn't you today.
I can't see Noonie wearing Chucks.
Huh?
I can't see Noonie wearing Chucks.
Oh, yeah, I can see Noonie wearing some Chucks.
I can see Noonie wearing like some G-Nikes or something like that.
I can see him wearing some. All you saw was light brown Chuck Taylors. I was like, wait a minute. I know that they just didn't pick somebody up and hold them up by the ankles and to move them out there. But, yeah, I know, bro. I told you, today's not the day.
Just kicking.
Exactly. That's what you saw. The feet going back and forth. I was like, that's somebody's feet. Is that somebody's feet? That's somebody's feet.
Wait, put the local news on so we can see when it comes.
That's what it is. Ain't that what it is? That's Fox 8.
That's Fox 8?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But I was thinking to myself, I'm like, so as I paid attention to this, as they was like, okay, they were outside City Hall. They were invited inside. I'm talking about the protesters.
Right.
They were invited inside because of the weather. And they were in there and they had their signs out, no ice and, all this. And I could see what they were doing. I knew what they were protesting for. But they got up to the they got up to the microphone and they started talking about how city council is not doing anything to prevent ICE from coming into the city.
Yeah.
And they were like, excuse me, sir, just to let you know how the proceedings go, if you want to comment, you need to comment on the agendas that we're talking about on the item today. And they kept going. But I was thinking more so to myself, what in the world was what why y'all commenting? Why y'all trying to make the city council do that? That's Noonie? Is that Noonie? Oh, Lord.
Noonie on the phone cracking on you, bro.
Oh, you cracking on me?
Yeah, saying, boy, you look like an immigrant. You better watch out before you go to jail.
He about as light as I am.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on. I know good and damn well you ain't talking about nobody being light-skinned.
Well, no, that's what they told me. 15 people called me and said, Gerard said if you don't call him, he going to call ICE and your name going to be out Nuno and he going to bring you back to our country.
I needed to make sure that wasn't your Chuck Taylors that I saw up in the air today. When the cops came, I was like, "Do they have somebody by the ankles?"
They had him by the ankles, but that wasn't me.
I was like, "Wait a minute, hold up. What are they doing? Why they pulling folks out of there by the ankles?"
Well, they wanted them to move out. All right, they wanted them to move out. What happened was the yellow cards. They gave everybody 2 minutes. So I guess some of the speakers was going over the 2 minutes, and then they voted to
Shut it down.
the not to shut it down. So when they go to shut it down, the group went to hollering. You know, they went to talking about Trump. They went to talking about Landry with ICE, and some of them said it was concerned that ICE will attack black folks, not only Hispanics and the other folks. And before you know it, they had 30 officers marching in.
I saw all the police officers up in there, and I saw them trying to move them out. But I was trying to figure out. I thought the city council. Now you tell me if I'm right or wrong. I thought this city council was for. I'm sorry, not for ICE being in the city. I thought they were against it.
There was, but I think this is what I think. I'm more than sure the council don't want ICE here.
Right.
But when they went to asking the speakers to shut down, you know, some speakers 2 minutes, like a lot of people complain about 2 minutes because people be having a lot to say. So when they got to the third speaker, they told them, y'all got 2 minutes like everybody else. So when they got to the fourth or fifth speaker, they shut it down.
I heard, I think it was JP who said, okay, we're shutting this down and I'm taking the vote on it. I heard when he got booed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that was about, shutting it down.
But I think the people that was protesting was just fired up with ICE, and they're the same group called the New Orleans Alliance, and is about 9 other groups. So they've been protesting, let's say, for the last 3 weeks. They've been holding mass rallies at the federal building. Mm-hmm. They've been holding rallies at different facilities. And what they're saying leave the immigrants alone. They don't want ICE here because they're disrespectful. And one of their concerns was they were scared that ICE going to run up on black people too. And they you know, that was their main concerns, you know, and they're telling them leave them alone and leave the people alone in the council. But I do think the council don't want ICE here too, because I was just reading a statement by Kirkpatrick and Attorney General, and Kirkpatrick was with the Attorney General, and she said some stuff she's not going to do with ICE. And, of course, you know, Liz Morrell, David Duke's daughter, had a lot to say about that.
Oh, wow. Yes, indeed. Yes,
and
indeed.
So that was the base. But this group is the same ones. Remember, they had the consent decree.
Right.
And they the one blocked Hines Gutley car, and Hines Gutley, the driver, tried to run over the group.
Wow.
And so this group is also planning 2 more marches at the federal building and somewhere else. And they usually have a lot of folks with them, you know.
Yeah.
And so
they're aggressive.
That's what they're planning.
They're aggressive. They really are aggressive.
Yeah. So I think the group just wanted the council to hear what they were saying, why they was doing what they was doing, but I'm more than sure this council is against ICE being here, you know, because where I was Lois, ICE went out there, but they was shooting dice and they got them.
Yes, indeed. Did they go out there today?
I don't know if they went out there today, you know, and so
but look,
they
were getting the guys off the roof yesterday. I was like, they had roofers.
Yeah,
and where they get the ladders from?
Roy, he pulled his ladders up. It ain't funny. He pulled his ladders up, but ICE took out ladders and went there. Yeah. Then he throwed all the stuff where they can fall.
I said, boy, they done damn pulled the ladder. That dude pulled that ladder, and look, and that wasn't no little ladder neither. That was one of them big, long aluminum ladders for a double-decker house, and he pulled that thing up with
Yeah.
one sweep.
Yeah. So, Gerard, I got a question for you, bro. I got a question.
What's that?
Listen, we got all this police overtime that they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that they don't bring up none of these white officers? Word is a white officer that made $347,000, and most of that was overtime. They hide his name. And my question is, well, we paid the inspector general got a $5 million budget, right?
Yeah.
So why is the inspector general not investigating the $5 million? I meant investigating the overtime of the white officers, but him, Ralph with the Metro Crime Commission, the Police Justice Foundation, and the business community, they're only trying to lynch black people. And my thing is, if somebody did something wrong, I'm not going to stand for that. But how is it Channel 8, Channel 6, Channel 4 don't do nothing but put black people on there? Well, we know they got white officers, then broke the overtime law and did things. And how is Ann Kirkpatrick and the Inspector General so tight? And how we got an Inspector General, when he investigates, he don't come back with no conclusion?
So I'm trying to figure out when they're going to release from the courts the information that you requested about who he's calling, who
That's
he
right.
done met with, and be able to see his phone docket.
That's right.
And
Gerard,
we
they
haven't
playing so
seen
many
that yet.
games with that.
Now, didn't that come through the Fourth Circuit?
That's right. And guess what? They're still holding it up because it's bigger. I think it's bigger than we think. I think people name that's on those emails and all that, they're trying to stop me, because it was word that they had a warrant. Gerard, make you laugh. They had a warrant for my arrest. They called me on the phone, right? And they tell me meet them at a location, right? I said, if you got a warrant for my arrest, you know my address.
Right, come get me.
And so they wanted me to meet them outside the first district, right? 3 cops. I said, nowhere in the Bible it said be a damn fool.
Yes,
If
indeed.
you want me, come get me.
Yes,
And
indeed.
I asked them what was the charges, right? So they couldn't even tell me what the charges was. I said, so y'all trying to play this game with the Inspector General Kirkpatrick, and they want to play Gerard, but I got something for you. Just give me till after January. You're gonna love this. This is gonna be. They got 20 cops about to go to jail and 3 silver court judges.
Uh-oh.
You heard me? They about to go to jail. They got them. I can't tell you exactly when they're going to go, but when I get it, I'm going to bring it to you first. They broke the law. They got emails, text messages, everything, and they about to go to jail.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll be waiting.
So I'm getting ready for that, but this Inspector General thing, Gerard, is crazy, man, because everybody I talk to, lawyers and all that, says something strange about this. You won in the lower court.
Right.
They say in the Fourth Circuit is holding it up. They sent me a letter talking about, the court forgot to give us a transcript and all that. Now they got the transcript, so we never heard from them, right? So now they are trying. I went down there. I said, well, why y'all holding the case up? Everybody saying they don't know. It's something they hiding because he got to get emails up because you remember he went and got 4 years of NARD records. Remember? When he was on NARD, he got 4 years of NARD records. So I asked you for the same thing. So what is the difference? So what I tried to do, Gerard, with the case is get it. I told the Fourth Circuit just get rid of the case, right? Because I wanted to take them to federal court and sue, but they don't want to get rid of it.
Oh, no, they don't want to go to federal court because, federal court don't play.
Yeah, so I wanted to take them to federal court because they done violated every law. Yeah. And so they refuse to let me out the case right now.
Well, that's good.
So
don't let them rush out.
So,
tell them to make sure that you get the information, and then as we get into the new year, we'll
start
putting some heat on it.
I told them no matter how you rule, I'm going to the Supreme, and then I'll go to federal. But what I think they're doing, Gerard, is, we got all these judges' elections coming up, right?
Right.
So what I think they're doing, it's just me. I think they're trying to hold it up to the election to get a judge where the Fourth Circuit can throw it to the lower court and get one of their friends to try to rule against it.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, that's what I think they're up to. 'Cause they got 9 seats, right? And one of them is Paulette Hines. Now, Paulette Hines did her due diligence. She did it. She said, you got to get it up. And he was like all fine with it. So she gave him 30 days, right? He delayed on those 30 days. Then she gave him another 30. He delayed. Then next thing I see, he in Fourth Circuit. So that's what I think. They're trying to get one of their friendly judges in and to put the case to protect some people.
Well, try to get your friends and try to get it done because, you know, the election for judges is next year. The election for judges, for DA, and some other folks. So we need to make sure that we get the right folks that's going to be able to run.
That's right, because Gerard, it's about to be a show, man. I'm watching who's about to run, man. And Gerard, you ain't going to believe it, bro.
What?
Some of these races, you ain't going to believe it.
Really?
Man, they got family connections.
Yeah, they got a lot. I'm hearing the same thing, family connections.
They're trying to bring Lil. They're trying to bring their sons in.
Yep.
They're trying to bring their relatives in.
And
at the end of
not
the
only
day,
for judge, but for state seats.
Yeah, that's what they're doing for the state seats and this and that. And I got a lot to say about that, you know, because we can't keep doing that click and connection thing because it's hurting us.
Yep.
And they're getting ready. And I want the candidates to line up. You know, they got the senator race, man. And all I got to say is some of these people that's running for senator, man, they've been gone for ages in their back.
Yep.
You know, in the state rep seats. But I'll keep you updated, Gerard. But I'm waiting on this information. And when I get it, you're the first person going to touch it.
Well, I got one for you for state senator, but I have to tell you about it all day. I need to keep it quiet.
All right. Got you.
I'll call you
all
later.
All right, Gerard.
All right, bro.
All
Thanks
right.
again.
All right.
And keep your feet on the ground here. You didn't hear that. You know that was Nunes. That was Nunes' feet up in there. You know that was his feet up in there. More coming up, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
Hello, friend. Tavis Smiley here with a special announcement. You can catch my show at a new time. Weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Same great topics, same great guests, same great conversations, just a little earlier in the day. It's Tavis Smiley, weekdays 1 to 4 p.m. only on WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and do not have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-269-4524.
800-269-4524.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you do not pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call. If you've been injured in an auto accident, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
My name is Darius Henderson.
My name is Cornelius Fraser Jr.
And on behalf of Echo Media, we would like to wish everyone a happy holiday.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. I wish you could see your face when I say something that you don't like. It's like your lips just turn off. I'm about to give you the R word. Hey, how you know which one I was talking about?
Who doesn't know what the R word is?
I was about to give you the retarded word. That's it. Mm-hmm. Cause you end up twisting your whole face up, boy. Mm-mm.
That's that Tyrone Hughes.
I know Tyrone does that too well. He does that too well with the lips, and when he does it, man, you can't do nothing but laugh at. You pray for him and laugh at him at the same time. Cause one day he gonna do it and his mouth gonna stick like that for real.
We all almost fell out the table when he said that.
We did fall out the table. We almost nothing. Both of us fell off the table. So let me finish this conversation while you find this out. While you find this. Today's protest. I need to make this sound as nice as possible without pissing some folks off. But no matter what you say, you're going to piss some people off. So might as well just go ahead on and say it, right? Today's events at City Hall was a show. Maybe you hear me. Maybe you hear me. I'm gonna say it again. Let me open up the telephone lines for those that disagree with me, those that agree with me. 504-582-9422. Today's events at City Hall during the city council meeting was a show. It was unnecessary. It was and proved nothing. It proved nothing. Y'all would just get media time. You wanted some media time? But Paul, because Paul's saying, yeah, well, all politics is show. That ain't even politics. Exactly, Brandon. I just can't say it on the air like that, but you expressed it very well. Thank you, sir. It was a show. It didn't prove nothing. It didn't benefit nothing. Nothing changed. And the people that it's really directed to weren't even there. We have addressed, well, when I say we, I'm talking about the city council folks. They have addressed it. Oliver has been on this show. He has addressed it. I think we've heard Councilman Green. He addressed it. I think Elena Moreno has addressed it and said, you know, We don't approve of this. We don't approve of it, but you all should understand that federal law trumps state law. Plus, you have the two top dogs in the state, which would be your governor and would be Liz Morrell, who's the attorney general, that's for it. We, as a city, as a sanctuary city, have stated to those that it might affect, be on the lookout for you, be on the lookout for your children, and you may want to stay home. It's been addressed, right? It has been addressed. To stand at the podium today. Now, this is the part that's going to make some folks mad at me. I don't care. To stand at the podium today and continuously berate our city council folks about something that they cannot control. MFA, you need to move out the way. I need them to get this doo-doo together about this budget so that we'll all be able to say that we live here and can get our money, be paid, get your paychecks. I need them to work on that. I don't need them to work on this immigration stuff. We already got that. You're the one. That's your advocacy. Go to it. Go out there with them. You all can't even stand out in the rain. They invited you in just so you wouldn't have to stand in the rain. So what I saw today was a show. And there is a word that we probably could put in front of it. Looking for attention, looking for camera time, looking for news, looking for a hit. That doesn't mean that nobody's with you, with your advocacy. But I'm thinking to myself, what you expect them to really do? They're city council persons. They're not the mayor. They sure as hell ain't the governor, and he's, remember, welcoming it. They're not your state senator. They're not a federal employee, and they're not the president of the United States. They had business that they had to conduct. I wanted them to get it done. You interrupted that. Our sympathy has been felt, discussed, and your advocacy is just starting. Well, what you want them to do? Well, they need to do more. What you want them to do? That was what was said in the news. They need to do more. What you want them to do? Stand in front of one of the ICE folks so they can get shot? What you want them to do? Go to jail on your behalf? What you want them to do? Does that make any sense to you? And listen, they all grown men and women. I know that. But I wanted them to finish the day's business. Well, that was our whole point, to interrupt the business so they'll understand what we're advocating for. Nobody is saying anything about what you're advocating for. We already know what you're advocating for. How many times this week have we been talking about it? Almost every day. We started talking about this weeks ago. As a matter of fact, I hate to tell you, Mr. Advocate, we were looking for y'all weeks ago, because y'all won't saying nothing weeks ago. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We had to do what we had to do. Today's business was interrupted by somebody, to me, that wasted my time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. All right, we're going to let's take the break first. Then what we'll do, we'll come back and take a listen to the news and get some more television conversations too. Television conversations. 504-582-9422 for telephone conversations as well. More coming up next, y'all.
Norman Robinson is back.
Can you hear me now?
And he's taking no prisoners.
Can you hear me now?
Each weekday, Norman Robinson brings you commentary with Off the Top.
The incident was shocking, disturbing, disgusting, disappointing, and sad.
Each weekday, Off the Top with Norman Robinson is heard exclusively right here.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
This is Dr. Jaquil Ross, the host for Talk That, Nola Education, brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans. On Talk That, we focus on the amazing work of educators and students happening inside and around public schools in New Orleans. Our school community is full of so much talent and promise, so let's talk about it. This month, we'll be joined by Dana Peterson and Christy Ivy to learn about the academic gains in New Orleans public schools that have resulted in the district earning a B letter grade. Also, we'll hear from Kathleen Harris, Dr. Sheila Guidry, and Dr. Candace Robertson talk about how NSNO and NOLA public schools are supporting a growing English language learner population in our schools. Following that, we'll have a conversation with Claire Jekyllin, Harold Jaluk, and Terrence Payne from the New Orleans Career Center to learn about their programming for our youth. So tune in for Talk That, NOLA Education, every Monday at 12:30 p.m. on 12:30 a.m. To learn more about NSNO and our programs, visit newschoolsneworleans.org.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Transform your bathroom with the beautiful quality of Bath Planet. As a trusted leader in bathroom renovation, Bath Planet has earned the Good Housekeeping Seal, a symbol of quality and consumer confidence for over 100 years. Get half off installation or 18 months with no interest and no payments. Whether it's tub replacement, a shower replacement, or a tub-to-shower conversion, Bath Planet makes your custom bath fast, easy, and affordable. Here's how it works. 1. Call to schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. 2. Our design experts come to you with real samples to customize your dream bath. 3. Our certified installers complete the transformation in as little as 1 day. And right now, for a limited time, you can upgrade your bathroom for 50% off installation or choose 18 months with no interest and no payments. But you need to call now. This special offer is only available by calling 800-981-8177. That's 800-981-8177. Call 800-981-8177 right now before the offer ends.
This is your Saints Hall of Famer, Tyrone Hughes. Want to wish the whole WBOK audience happy holidays.
WBOK online at WBOK1230.com. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
Hey, bro, don't Tyrone sound like an old country truck driver? It just sound like, hey, I'm gonna wish the whole WBOK family happy holidays. That's 10-4 rubber ducky as I'm going down here on I-10, trying to hit up on I-40.
You know he's going to call you.
Yeah, I know. Rubber ducky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just rubber ducky. Hold on, let me spit some of this chewing tobacco out. I had to get some of that out the way.
French fried potatoes.
French fried potatoes? You got what? We don't be frying no potatoes around here. Not around here. I got a whole load of them potatoes back there in that daggone trailer. I'm coming down the highway. Rubber ducky. I'm looking at you. 10-4, good buddy. What your name is? I used to be the fastest. Ain't out here. You see me now?
You've been watching Convoy too much.
Convoy. You remember the song?
Yeah, I remember the song.
That's right. That's right. Tyrone gonna get me for that too. You know that, right?
Yep.
So we have the audio from the events that happened at City Hall this morning. If you all have not seen, because we can't play the video, but if you all have not seen the video, I'm telling each and every one of you to watch the video. Go to somebody's TV station and watch the video. I might even post it so you can see it. I'm telling you, the police officer got to be saying to himself, because I know he knew the camera's rolling, but I'm telling you, he got to be saying to himself, what the hell am I doing? He holding on to the man's feet, bro. He had the tag on Chuck Taylor's. I'm up in there. Go ahead, play the thing. Just play it.
We saw the rain impact a rally happening at City Hall this morning. Locals had to move inside as they were protesting the Catahoula Crunch immigration operation, which looks to detain 5,000 undocumented immigrants. Listen to how things played out as those protesters addressed city council members during their meeting.
Grocery stores will suffer. The businesses will suffer. This city lives on hospitality. Who do you think washes all the dishes in those restaurants?
All right. At this time, I move to suspend public comment on this item. Second.
And for a look at what happened at that council meeting, checking in with WGNO's Kenny Lopez to find out where things stand at City Hall now. Kenny?
Good morning, LBJ. Yes, dozens of activists showed up here at New Orleans City Hall to stand up to Mayor-elect Helena Moreno and the New Orleans City Council, wanting them to stand up to ICE and Border Patrol. Now, I got to show you this video taken about 30 minutes ago inside council chambers. Things got very heated. About 20 New Orleans Police Department officers came in asking the protesters to leave. The protesters did not want to leave. They were chanting and yelling and not moving. So many of the NOPD officers had to carry some of the protesters out. I think you see a shot there of them carrying them out. You could see a protester's feet in the air. Now, this was after the City Council and Mayor-elect Helena Moreno took a recess because the protesters were chanting and there was no dialogue back and forth between the City Council and the protesters. Now, these activists, they were here because they wanted their voices to be heard. They wanted City Council to come up with ordinances to try to protect the people.
They need City Council to step up and do more. All they've done is say, they're coming, here's what you should do is carry your passport. That's unacceptable. They need to do more than that, and it's not just undocumented people. It's people who are green card holders. It's actually Black and brown Americans who are going to suffer.
As of now, LBJ, the New Orleans City Council has only set up an online portal for citizens to report any potential abuse from federal immigration officers. And I talked to these activists and protesters if they were going to come back. I asked them that, and they said not today. They will be back at City Hall to get their voices heard once again on December 15th. Back to you.
All right, Kenny, a lot of passion on all sides of the issues. Thank you so much.
All right, LBJ, thank you, brother, for letting us use your audio over there at WGNO. Kenny said, you see the people's feet up in the
And why they keep showing that, they ran that particular part about 4 times.
I know, because it's funny.
And those Chucks was up in the air.
Bro, did you see? Okay, I'm going to stop saying it. But now, here comes the other part that I know that the advocates are not going to like that I said. Somebody going to go back and tell them that what I said. And I'm going to say, I sure did. I don't have no problem saying it, because if I had a problem saying it, I wouldn't say it. I think it's pomp and circumstance. I think it's a farce. I think that you're looking for camera time. If you're going to stand up there and tell me that this city council needs to do more, they need to do more. They need to do more. But if you want to really pay attention to things, make a real big noise and go down there to the city council at Jefferson Parish. Tell Cynthia Lee Yang the same thing that you're telling them. Stand there in front of their city council. Yeah, better yet, go over there to St. Bernard Parish and go to their city council and tell them you need to do more or something, because they ain't said Jack, Jill, or Joseph. Nothing. As a matter of fact, here are the latest comments from those city council folks. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Say what?
Right. And in conclusion, you come up with what? All right, thank you very much. And there you have it in full, ladies and gentlemen. The comments that have come from those other parish council folks or governmental folks. They ain't saying, Jack, let's go over to St. Tammany. What it is there, stand up in front of them and see what they say. What do you say? Uh-huh. Right. Uh-huh. Okay, and in conclusion? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those comments. Now, let's go over to Plaquemine Parish. As a matter of fact, I'd like to know how you really feel about not only what they're doing in this so-called swamp sweep, Catahoula, you know what, but I want to know exactly not only that, but how do you feel about them staging in your parish, huh? Right. Okay. Uh-huh. See, now you know why I say that this is just basically a show. And that dude that's doing all the talking about, they ain't doing enough, they ain't doing this, doing it. It only take one clown to start a circus. It only takes one clown to start a circus. Only thing missing in this is some face paint. Because you already got the juggling act. And then from what we saw today, you done already brought in the animals. Come on, folks. We got to start thinking, too. Start thinking out the box. And even our folks sitting on the city council. Start asking them, where else have you been? Why are you just bringing it here? We're the only council that said we stand with you. Nobody else has. Has anybody else? Have you heard anybody in St. Bernard Parish say, we stand with you? Have you heard anybody in St. Tammany Parish say, we stand with you? Have you heard anybody in Jefferson Parish say, we stand with you? Solidarity. Oh, we're a sanctuary city. What? They like, get them colored people. Get them all. And then your comments at the podium. I thought somebody was going to call me and say something, but we're going to play that again because I really want you to hear what this dude said, the comments, and what he said. Okay? I'm going to leave that alone right now, but I'll take your calls at 504-582-9422. More coming up, y'all. News is next.
Campus of Xavier University.
Look.
WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Republican Matt Van Epps wins a closely watched House special election in Tennessee, defeating Democrat Afton Bain. Bain addressed supporters after conceding the race.
Tonight is not the final result of what we wanted, but it is the beginning of something so powerful in Tennessee and across the South.
Trump endorsed Van Epps after recent Democratic wins elsewhere. Former President Barack Obama says Chicago's Obama Presidential Center will open next June in Jackson Park. The $800 million project includes a museum tower, library, gardens, and athletic spaces after years of delays and legal challenges. And fans are mourning the loss of a Palm Beach County, Florida rapper. Boca Raton police announced Monday poor Stacy died Saturday after an incident, but no details were released. TMZ reports he suffered a medical emergency at a hotel. He was 26. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Gerard Stevens with you. Hey, Miss Tamika. Hello? Miss Tamika?
Hello.
What you riding in?
Huh?
I can barely hear you. What you riding in? You're not riding in a Humvee or something with ice, are you?
Let me take you off a speaker.
She must be in a Humvee riding with ice around there. I knew that was you behind that mask. I knew it was.
I'm here. Sorry about that.
What's going on?
I'm just getting in the car, just getting off from work. And yes, please replay that video, that audio again. But I did hear a little bit, and I agree with you 100%, Mr. Gerard. I agree. I think that, I got one even better for you.
Okay.
How about they take it to that governor? Because that's who called Trump to send, ICE and the troops down here and whatnot. How about take it to the governor?
Right. If anybody's going to be able to fight this stuff, I can appreciate what ACLU said. ACLU said, hey, look, we're going to have to fight you another way, so we're going to sue you. Right. And we're going to sue you because the laws that y'all have put this out here on, they're too broad and they don't pertain to us. So we're going to fight you, and we're going to get this thing thrown up in court. So, but to stand in front of the city council today and just make a circus of what we're trying to get done with what's important to me and what's important to you and everybody else in the city is my $160 million. I want to know how you're going to fix it.
Absolutely.
Because we've been talking about this ICE issue for the last couple of months. And we even invited everybody. Let me tell you, I invited the consulate from Mexico. I invited the folks from, don't get me to pronounce it wrong, a couple of other agencies that support the fact that we have Latino population here. I have invited the Haitians folks to come, and nobody really came. But now that they're here, I'm sorry, I can't help that they're here. But they federal, and the city council can't do nothing about it. All they can tell you is what you can do.
No, they cannot. And of course, that's going to bring, put us on the, on the news that,
Right. I got folks calling me from up north. They were like, man, they down there already. They in your city, huh? I'm like, yeah, you see that, huh? Yeah, they calling from Washington.
Every day when I'm watching MSN now, I'm like, wow, New Orleans, we made it for MSN?
Yep. We are on federal. They have national television hosts that are here now.
Wow.
So I'm going to actually call one of my friends. She works for CBS National. And I'm gonna see, can she give me a scoop about a couple of things? See if I can get Katie to call.
And I'll say one more thing as well, because a lot of people are not really touching on it. I'm hearing it every once in a while, but we have other immigrants in this country as well.
Yes.
Not just Mexican, not just Somalian, not just Haitian. We have immigrants from Italy, from Europe, from
Russia.
Different. Yeah.
Yep.
And I have yet to hear or see anything that reflects on the television of those type of immigrants. Not saying that that I'm for anyone being, because I'm calling it abduction. You know, you're not providing your credentials. You're basically just grabbing them, snatching them, and saying what you want, putting them wherever you're putting them, in a cage or wherever they take them. You know, but I have yet to hear about immigrants from other countries when it comes more so to Europeans. I have yet to hear that. I'll see that on the news.
And you're not. You're not going to hear about the blonde hair, blue eyes.
No, not at all. And if Trump has so much, and if Landry has so much of a problem with Mexicans and whomever else, brown and black people, and even some Asians at this point, how is it that the president just gave a pardon to the Honduran president who was charged for drug trafficking?
That's what everybody's asking. How in the world could that be?
You have a problem with Hispanic immigrants, but you just pardoned Honduras president that was actually accused of drug trafficking?
And move what, 400 million tons?
Correct.
Of drugs into the United States. Well, you got to look at something. If he moved that much drugs into the states, how much money he think he got?
Absolutely. So it's a hypocrite.
A pardon might be paid for. A pardon might just be paid for.
Yeah.
Just got to have your right bag, man. Just got to have your right bag, man. That's all.
And that's what it sounds like, you know, because I'm sure he got a nice little deal for him, a little cushion for him and his family, you know.
Yep.
It's disgusting.
Well,
it truly is. But I agree with you 100%. You know, like you said, as far as I'm seeing, city council, the politicians in New Orleans, they're doing everything to say, hey, like you said, we stand with you. We don't think this is right. You know, go take that to Landry.
Yep.
Go take that to St. Tammany Parish's mayor in Kenner, because they cutting up in Kenner.
Oh, they cutting up terrible in Kenner.
I work out here on that.
Yep.
Huh?
He cutting up terrible in Kenner.
Ooh, I work out here near Vets, and I'm going to tell you, that's all you see. And they're going to Walmart. They're going to Home Depots out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, no, I agree with you. I wanted to call and say that and add my 2 cents as usual. You know, I hadn't talked to you since before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's all right. And, I know I got you at some point in time.
But, you know, I'm listening.
Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you much.
All right. Well, have a good evening.
You do the same.
Please replay the audio. I definitely want to hear it.
Okay.
Again.
All right. We're going to do that.
All right. Good night.
All right. Night. Galloway.
What's going on, brother Gerod?
Hola. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you back to Pablo again. All right, man.
Lock the door. Lock the door and turn out the lights. Mm-hmm.
All right, keep on playing around. Listen, light-skinned black men, this ain't y'all season to be playing around.
You know, we subject to be handcuffed.
Mm-hmm. Subject right now, man. I got to give a shout out today, brother Gerard. First of all, it's Happy Founders Day to my fraternity, the distinguished gentlemen of Alpha Phi Alpha.
Yes, indeed.
It's our Founders Day, man. Mm-hmm. 1906 we were founded, man. So you know this weekend is gonna be all gas, no brakes. I'm gonna be like that little raccoon. Have you seen that raccoon in Virginia?
The one that got caught drinking in the stove and fell out by the toilet in the trash can.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to be this weekend. I say that's my spirit animal. My wife said, yeah, go ahead on and do it.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to throw some hot grease on you.
Oh,
I said, well,
no. I don't want to be talking about...
get the hot grease ready.
I don't want to be talking about Galloway. We had the Galloway. He got hit with the grits. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told him, come on with it. It's showtime, man.
Yes.
Man, listen, why y'all embarrassing me, man? I'm sitting at work chilling, and they showed me a mosh pit that y'all was having at City Hall.
Right.
That look like one of them mosh pits from jazz festival or something that them transplant and gentrification people do.
I don't
know. Them folks better go sit what they need to do, man. I told folks, listen, if you don't want ICE around you, call ICE and tell them folks where they at. Right down there in Miami. You got almost 1 million illegal Russians in Miami right now. Mm-hmm. Call them every day and tell them where they at. But they won't do that. Y'all sitting around here And y'all voted for those people that's on City Hall. The City Hall folks can't do nothing, man. It's federal law.
Yep.
You got them, you got them folks walking up and down Canal Street. They making a mockery out of it, man.
Yep. They're making a mockery of it.
Yeah, you got about what less than 5% of the population in Orleans Parish is Latino Hispanic.
All right. Yep.
I'm being real. And then and out of that, you probably got what 1 or 2% that's here illegally.
And then they talking about with the school system. The school system is interviewing. Well, the news is interviewing the teachers and folks from the school system. They like, man, we've seen a decline in the number of kids that are coming to school now. I'm like, what you expect?
I mean, you already seen the signs at the stores with the signs up there telling them folks you're not welcome here and all this other stuff.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. The school system, man. I just think they overblowing it. But my issue is with more of the occupation of the National Guard for 90 days. That's my real situation.
Now tell me why you say that. Tell me why you think that.
Okay, because now once the National Guard comes in, those are federal troops. The state authorized them to be here. So that means the city, NOPD, they don't really have a say-so in day-to-day activity. So the National Guard commander, is he gonna take over Granny Clampet's job? That's my issue. And I know I joke around a lot, but you got to wonder, will Jeff Clandry tell the general of the National Guard, you are now in control of New Orleans?
No.
Because you're federalized.
No.
Coming from Trump.
So remember, with a couple of things, with Mardi Gras coming up, I think that's one. Then you got the Sugar Bowl, which is going to be, end of this month?
Yes, it should be like the first weekend in January, right?
Usually there is a presence of National Guard here. So I don't know if they took that in consideration when they said, hey, because remember something, the National Guard has not been deployed yet. But Trump keeps saying they're coming. Because Landry said he keeps asking him, and he said they're coming. But I'm not mad at them for being deployed for peacekeeping during two big events that's going to happen right here. And that's not even including New Year's. And remember, last New Year's is when we had that bomber.
Yeah, I got that. My issue is, will they supersede the NOPD? Or the NOPD has to answer to them. You got to have command and control.
I think that they will have. They're not going to. They haven't had that problem before, so I don't know why we would have that problem now. But
we didn't have Trump in office either, though.
Yeah.
And Clandry wasn't in as the governor either. See, this is the difference between Charlotte, Chicago, and Los Angeles. You had different types of governors and different types of police, and different types of attorney general. Here, you got the perfect storm. You have the Jeff Clandry as the governor, then your attorney general, Liz. So I'm trying to figure out what is their real mission. Now, if NOPD stays in charge, I'm all for that. But if those federal troops come down and be in charge, we're looking at something totally different. That's occupation.
Yeah,
but you're right.
I don't think that would be an issue. I really don't.
I hope not, because I just don't trust Jeff Clandry. He's been trying to get into New Orleans for years.
Yeah, that fight. I think that fight is a dead dog before it even gets across the street. And I hate to say the dog just got hit.
I hope so, because I'm telling you, I do not want to be occupied when I come home. That's my only concern. That immigration stuff. Hey, look.
So let me ask you this too, while you said that, because I don't want to lose train of thought. Why would they want to occupy? And what reason would they want to
occupy New Orleans?
But to federalize, you would have to have a reason why, and it wouldn't have to be like a national emergency.
Crime.
But our crime is not a national emergency.
We know that, but you got to remember that's what he did in D.C. And D.C. crime was not a national emergency.
But they didn't take over. They didn't take over the Metro Police. They didn't take them over
because of the district attorney that serves that area fought them in court. Remember, they tried, but the district attorney for DC had to go to court and fight them. If you don't have the right people to stand up to Trump, them, I'm telling you, this is a plan to try to get into martial law. They keep trying to find the city. I'm hoping none of this happens. Trust me. I'm more concerned about it because Trump is really trying not to have any midterm elections. He's not trying to have a next presidential election.
Right.
You see how they just sit there and lie today? Oh, it was no kill 'em all order. I told you that Admiral was going to go up there and tell that lie. They said, tell them the bare minimum, and we got your pardon paperwork ready for you.
Mm-hmm.
Landry keeps going to beg Trump for these troops to come down here.
But
Keep
that
begging them to come down
admiral,
here.
and that's what I don't understand, because that admiral just messed his entire career up for the remainder of his life. He's going to
For the rest of his life.
He's going to lose his command under that order. He will not be the head of the Second Fleet. I mean, the Southern Fleet.
SEAL Team 6. SEAL Team 6.
Right.
Yeah,
He will not be that person anymore, ever again. He more than likely will have to retire.
Yeah. They already told him, just get your paperwork ready, because it's too much heat. And see, you got people willing like Landry and Morrell. Anything to please a 34-time convicted felon, a pedophile defender. They do stuff like this. And it's the people like me and you, that's day-to-day people, we have to suffer the most down there. And I'm not saying we walk around and doing criminal activity stuff, but you got these folks walking around like, I'm serious. It look like a game out there to some of them people, man.
Mm-mm.
And I just don't get with it. Because I'm not afraid and I'm not worried about them folks, man, but I'm more worried about federalization, and I hope it don't happen in New Orleans. I hope they come down there, provide security for Mardi Gras, Super Bowl, or whatever, Sugar Bowl, and they take their behind back home. But we got to be careful, though. I'm serious. You don't put nothing past that man, because the last person that talked to him and got some money, that's who he listened to. That man fell asleep again today on national TV in front of everybody.
Today? I know he did it yesterday.
He did it today, too. I said, look at it, man. And I said, man, I said he might need to go get some of that cocaine that drug dealer he pardoned from.
Maybe he has some already.
Hey, my brother, you have a good one, man. I like you, man. 8506. It's time to party this weekend, brother.
Don't look like that raccoon here. Don't be looking like that raccoon. That's all I say. All right. So let me go back to what.
That raccoon was spread eagle, boy. That was funny as all know what.
He was laid out on the floor enjoying that cool floor. That's what he was doing.
And it wasn't just his front paws that were out. The back legs were out.
Yep. He was drunk as a skunk. Da-da-da-da.
Womp womp.
Well, anyway. Can we go back to that story?
Which one you want? Because you gave me two of them.
The one where the folks are speaking in front of.
We saw the rain impact a rally.
You want LBJ?
Yeah.
Okay. This dang thing as soon as you open it starts playing.
I really want everybody, huh?
As soon as you open it starts playing, that's what happened.
Because I really want everybody to listen very closely to what this guy is saying about the immigrant population here, and I want everybody. I don't want to say it. I just want y'all to pay attention to it to see if you can pick up what I picked up that he was saying about the immigrant population.
Say that again real fast.
No.
Okay.
I want y'all.
We saw the rain
to pay
impact
attention.
a rally happening at City Hall this morning. Locals had to move inside as they were protesting the Catahoula Crunch immigration operation, which looks to detain 5,000 undocumented immigrants. Listen to how things played out as those protesters addressed city council members during their meeting.
Grocery stores will suffer. The businesses will suffer. This city lives on hospitality. Who do you think washes all the dishes in those restaurants?
All right. At this time, I move to suspend public comment on this item.
Second.
And for a look at what happened at that council meeting, checking in with WGNO's Kenny Lopez to find out where things stand at City Hall now. Kenny?
Good morning, LBJ. Yes, dozens of activists showed up here at New Orleans City Hall to stand up to Mayor-elect Helena Moreno and the New Orleans City Council, wanting them to stand up to ICE and Border Patrol. Now, I got to show you this video taken about 30 minutes ago inside council chambers. Things got very heated. About 20 New Orleans Police Department officers came in asking the protesters to leave. The protesters did not want to leave. They were chanting and yelling and not moving. So many of the NOPD officers had to carry some of the protesters out. I think you see a shot there of them carrying them out. You could see a protester's feet in the air. Now, this was after the city council and Mayor-elect Helena Moreno took a recess because the protesters were chanting and there was no dialogue back and forth between the city council and the protesters. Now, these activists, they were here because they wanted their voices to be heard. They wanted city council to come up with ordinances to try to protect the people.
All right. So, we got to take our break. But while we're taking our break, I want you all to call me. 504-582-9422. Wait a minute before you start the music up. Can you go back just to that regular part where the guy is speaking to the city council on the microphone? It's the very beginning when he said, "This is what happened." I think LeBron, LBJ is saying, "This is what happened at the whatchamacallit," and you hear him. It's muffled, but I want to know: can you hear what he said to the city council? Because to me, I was like, what did he just say? What?
I hope I can get it the exact spot.
That's okay if you don't get it right there at the exact spot. I just want you to play that part only.
The businesses will suffer. This city lives on hospitality. Who do you think washes all the dishes in those restaurants and restaurants?
That's it. Did you hear what he said?
The first time I heard that, I said, did he really say what I thought that he said?
Who you think washes all the dishes in this city?
He said, I'm like, that sounds kind of like.
That kind of sounds
racist.
Like, yeah, it sounds racist to me.
That's all.
Play it again. Play it one more time. I'm sorry. Is that what he thinks?
Grocery stores will suffer. The businesses will suffer. This city lives on hospitality. Who do you think washes all the dishes in those restaurants and restaurants?
Who do you think washes all the dishes?
You know what this kind of reminds me of?
This reminds me of you ain't had nothing else to say.
It kind of reminds me of
and you just got up there and started talking, and that came out.
It kind of reminds me of when they were tearing down the projects after Katrina. And when they were tearing the projects down after Katrina, and they had all those white people out there protesting to keep the projects. And we already knew why you wanted to keep the projects, because you didn't want us in your neighborhoods. That reminded me of that.
Well, okay. I'm going to let that go for right now, because that wasn't the only people that was out there protesting, tearing down them projects. Because there was a lot of black people protesting, tearing down them projects, because they were like, ain't nothing wrong with them. Why are you tearing them down? That's our homes. And then they put steel doors up on it so that people couldn't get their stuff out.
Yep.
So, all right. 504-582-9422 is the number, y'all. Get your calls in now. We'll be right back.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Duke & Dame is a black-owned, caramel-flavored whiskey brand that doesn't compromise where other flavored liquors might. Amani McCauley is co-founder of Duke & Dame, and he talked to Bloomberg about how the drink works great as a mixer, but with the quality that even the most selective whiskey drinker will appreciate.
What I love about Duke & Dame is how versatile it is. It blends well with everything. All your traditional whiskey cocktails, your old-fashions, your whiskey sours.
But if you're clamoring for a high-end flavored tequila or vodka from Duke & Dame, McCauley says his company doesn't plan to rush into anything new.
We don't plan on introducing 20 different flavors. We really want to be thoughtful around, in the same way that the caramel kind of gives you that nostalgic feeling. It takes you back to the Werther's original in your grandma's purse, right? We want to make sure that everything we create kind of gives you that, brings you back the home feeling.
Duke and Dame is available at select stores, bars, and restaurants in Florida, Michigan, and New York. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
While the city of New Orleans continues to wrestle with a $160 million budget shortfall, it seems citizens are left with no definitive explanation about who's exactly responsible for this financial mess. This fiscal fiasco threatened to leave city employees and vendors unpaid, and it sent the city council stepping to the state with hat in hand pleading for approval of a $125 million bridge loan to cover payroll. The State Bond Commission said okay, but the city leaders had to agree that the state legislative auditor would oversee how the city spends that money. I believe there should be an investigation by the state attorney general to get to the bottom of this mess to determine where the fault lies. There has been lots of finger-pointing. The council blames the mayor's administration, the administration blames the council. Sources with knowledge of city government tell me that the blame lies squarely at the feet of Mayor LaToya Cantrell and her chief administrative officer, Gilbert Montano, who, by the way, resigned to take a cushy job as chief of staff at the Audubon Nature Institute. It was only a month after Montano left City Hall that the deficit mess was exposed. Montano has a history where deficits are concerned. Before taking the job as CAO of the city of New Orleans, he held the position of deputy CAO and chief of staff for the city of Albuquerque, New Mexico. That city had deficits of $24 million in 2017 and $40 million in 2018. While there were no conclusions about who was responsible for the shortfalls in Albuquerque, the record shows that Gilbert Montano was on watch. On watch as CAO here in New Orleans, Montano was the chief budget officer. The CAO is the budget officer named in the city charter, not the mayor or not the council. CAOs have the responsibility for development, oversight, and execution of the city's annual budget. As such, the CAO is held to be the authority in budget matters. Earlier this year, in testimony before the city council, the city finance office reported that cash flow was in dire straits. Montano pushed back, telling the council that things weren't that bad. Well, we now know that things were that bad, and even worse than we could have imagined. The question is this a matter of incompetence or malfeasance? We taxpayers have a right to know, damn it. This is Norman Robinson off the top.
I'm David Potan Sr., owner of Whole Water and Food Over Medicine Academy, coach, consultant, and instructor. We're excited about our 21-day challenge. Stop, prevent, and reverse disease today. Cholesterol, diabetes type 2, high blood pressure, along with chronic illnesses and diseases. We believe that the gift of wellness is the greatest gift, and for $30 per month, $1 a day, you could have this gift for you and your family.
I'm Phyllis Washington, and I've benefited with health and weight loss.
For your gift of $30, healing and wellness can be yours. Call 504-701-4711. That's 504-701-4711. The Whole Water Store. See you at 2135 Washington Avenue today.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule, no excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Ever notice that everyone always wants more of a good thing? More rewards, more savings, more special offers? Well, when you become a new member of the Fuel Rewards program at Shell, that's exactly what you get, more. Join today to save 10 cents per gallon on your first fill, 20 cents on the second, and 30 cents on the third. Then enjoy everyday savings afterwards. Want more? Then head to Shell where members get more.
Offer valid from 4/21/25 through 10/31/25 at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com/join25 for more information.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
Hi, this is Troy Henry, one of the owners of WBOK and Equity Media. And on behalf of myself, my family, and my company, Henry Consulting, we'd like to wish you a very, very, very happy holiday.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
Y'all got me all messed up, bro.
Well,
I'm sorry, Brian.
So,
I ain't mean to drag you in that, in my rant.
Well, I mean, I'm actually part of it, so.
Yeah, you is.
So why you gather your scruples? You want me to just play this video?
So let me explain to everybody what we get ready to go to now. It's not too much different, but I actually, and I need to do this today too because I just found that out. I was listening to the number of people that are now saying, "Okay, cool. Why do you not think that they're not going to go for the Vietnamese community as well?" And I never thought about it because I was looking at it as, well, maybe the Vietnamese community that we have here is probably different because this is the Vietnamese community that was brought to the United States with the fall of Saigon after the Vietnamese War, the Vietnam War, I'm sorry. And then I thought about it as I was saying that, and I said, well, you know what? Before you open your mouth, you got to remember something. You are now in a position where you have generations, other or younger generations that are coming maybe from Vietnam to come over here. Are they coming over with visas? Are they coming over with work permits? Are they coming over with passports? Or are they here illegally too? So immediately, I'm like, Lord, I got to call Cindy. Let me call Cindy Wynn. What's wrong with you? I'll take my time. I'm joking. I said, let me call Cindy Wynn and see. And I didn't know that Cindy Wynn's father passed. Did you know? Her father passed. So I said, Cindy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt what you got going on. I know that you're mourning, but I wanted everybody to know we send our condolences to our friend, Cindy Wynn, who lost her father in the last, week or two, too. So, and his funeral services from what I'm understanding, are going to be this weekend. So much love to Cindy and her family. My condolences, and we hope that anything that we can do to make this feel any less of a burden on you, that we can do so. So my condolences to Cindy Wynn. All right, let's go into the story about the Vietnamese community as well. Go ahead.
Kurt, here in Kenner, there is a large Hispanic population keeping an eye out on this operation, but this isn't just the Hispanic population that is on the lookout.
Kaylee Maldonado, Latin restaurant Genera's Cuisine, is working her days like normal, except now it's anything but. With Border Patrol agents in the Kenner area during Catahoula Crunch, she says she and her family are having to stay vigilant at all times.
It's kind of scary as well as for us, even though we're a U.S. citizen. It's kind of creepy because you never know when you can get stopped, if your kid's going to fear, they're going to remind everything.
Maldonado decided to stay open during the operation, despite the fact that business may be slow. There's even a push called Nolan's Hungry Gringos to help those restaurants bring in new customers to make up for the loss in revenue. But there are also local dining establishments that decided to shut down.
I know a lot of Hispanic restaurants closed down, not only because of what's going on, it's just because people are not dining in, and then it's not worth it having employees, it's not worth it paying rent or paying bills if you don't have no customers.
Outside of the Hispanic community, those in the local Vietnamese community are feeling some pressure as well. Many of them in New Orleans East are worried about prejudices coming from the agents.
Well, we'll wait and see that. I can't really say that at this moment. But I hope that it's not going to be the issue.
Most of the details on this operation as a whole are unknown, though, but quite a few law enforcement agencies are in full support nonetheless.
We welcome this. We need this. It makes our community safer. But I certainly understand them keeping their cards close to their vest, given some of the aggression they've faced in other cities and other states.
By the way, Border Patrol agent Gregory Bovino, who was in charge of similar operations in Los Angeles and Chicago, was here in town to kick things off. He was spotted on Canal Street with other agents heading towards the U.S. Customs House. Kurt?
Rick Gogri reporting in Kenner. Thank you, Rick.
Okay. So this was that. I think that story is more about what was going on in Kenner, but I'm also looking around and saying to myself that, there's a big Asian population in New Orleans East. I wonder, is it affecting how they carry on their days? Are businesses shutting down? Are we seeing that there is a stay-at-home order for a lot of the folks? I do believe that the best thing that you can do is to stay at home. Everybody went, what? No. See, we have short-term memory loss around these parts sometimes when folks get all upset, start blowing at you, want to daggone, woofing, woof. Y'all need to think about something. You get arrested, you're going to get deported. There's a big possibility that you more than likely going to get deported. Right? But how about if we said, to make it feel a little bit better without making it feel a little bit better, treat this issue of ICE like they are the new COVID. Hello? Everybody stayed at home, all cramped up in the house, not going nowhere because y'all was scared that you was going to catch COVID. Well, you should be scared that you're going to be deported. Stay your butt at home so that you won't be singled out and you standing up on the roof pulling up a ladder somewhere, so there won't be a problem with you. Because it does look like not only are you being singled out, Latino brothers and sisters, but it also looks like to me that the area is being singled out. I can tell you, Kenner, you singled out. Why? Because more than likely they want you moved. They don't want you in their neighborhoods. They don't want you in their community. Y'all ever been down off of Williams Boulevard and make that left over there by the Walmart? Behind the Walmart? Baby, it looked like we just went through Little Mexico. No, I'm just saying. T-Bone.
Hey, G.
What's up?
Thanks for letting me do this. First of all, I'm gonna say this just like I told my wife. And everybody that's from New Orleans, born and raised here, can relate to what I'm gonna say. Everybody that was born and raised here knows somebody that did some dirt and caught some time. None of those people that I know, either before or after they did their dirt and time, would have taken a job out in the open to be pulled out and singled out in the fashion that ICE is going after people. These people are not those violent criminals that Trump keeps trying to stomp for. They're not selling drugs like that. They're not rapists and killers and all of those heinous things he's trying to say. Majority of these people, they're just hardworking people that's trying to feed their families, that's trying to do an honest day's work. It's just that they can't get honest work because the same bigoted mindset that has set this sort of thing in motion is what's keeping them from working for some people. It's sad. But guess what? How did we get here? How did we get here? Latinos for Trump.
So you blaming this on the Latinos?
The ones that voted for Trump? Hell yes. Because their mindset was, I came here legal, they need to pay. But what if they were working so that they could pay to be legalized? What about those people who had paid already, went to a courthouse to finalize stuff, and got ambushed by ICE? Was it right for those people to get deported? Is it right for children to be denied an education because now they're scared to go to school? Because when you grab children ain't walking around with no papers. And guess what? This ladder incident, you understand? If you were looking for a specific individual, you would have said their name. No. You were looking for anybody that looked suspicious. This is a profiling thing. And here's the sad part, Latinos, because I know you're listening. At some form, your now newly mayor-elect Latina mayor-elect is putting sugar on it. My wife told me I was wrong for saying this, but I'm going to say it. I don't know if y'all got a word for an Oreo in y'all culture, but y'all might want to get one for her. Because she said, well, they think that they're racially profiling. They think that they're looking at the color of their skin. Yes, they are. Your former colleagues in the press are showing it. It is real time in social media showing Ms. Moreno. The sad part is, it's going to be more.
So why did you say she was the Oreo? I'm still waiting for the meaning behind that one.
Because she is yet to sit up there and acknowledge the Latino community, and she is Latina herself.
She acknowledged it.
And she's sitting up there acting like, oh, well, it's all right. There's nothing wrong. They're not coming after the Latinos. If y'all believe that, I got some swampland for y'all for a new shiny mansion.
All right.
I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. And it's sad. But your own people brought this on yourself. Our own people are bringing this on ourselves because, again, they may be looking at us next.
You think we next?
Noonan better make sure he can keep his feet on the ground. I'm just saying.
Yes, indeed. All right, T-Bone, I got to take my break, man.
All right, y'all.
I'll holla.
See ya.
Dude better keep his feet on the ground, man. More coming up, y'all.
AURN News.
Navy Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley is expected to face tough questions on Capitol Hill today as lawmakers dig into a deadly double tap strike on a suspected drug-running boat in the Caribbean. Bradley, a longtime special operations commander, ordered the mission that first blew apart the vessel and then hit the wreckage again, killing survivors who were still in the water. Democrats and Republicans alike want to know why those survivors were treated as targets instead of detainees, and whether the operation crossed a line from a counter-narcotics mission into a possible war crime. The Trump administration insists Bradley acted within his authority and says the boat was tied to narco-terror networks. Bradley is expected to show video of the strike. Human rights advocates argue the United States cannot claim the moral high ground while striking wounded people who don't pose a threat. For AURN News, I'm Ebony McMorris.
This is Monica Pierre along with Sally Ann Roberts Daybone, co-host of Your Power is On.
Tune in Sunday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. for music that feeds the spirit. Get your Sunday on.
Right here on WBOK 1230 a.m. and WBOK1230.com, the station you listen to all day long.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Saints of God, it's time for us to tell you the truth. It's time for you to start your 21-day challenge. Don't take another day. Do it right now. Call 504-701-4711. That's the whole water stove, Pastor David Impartan Sr., the host of Change Your Water, Change Your Mind. This is the water that's designed to change your body, the way you think, the way you act, and the way you look. Why don't you start your 21-day challenge today? For $35, you can start it right now. Call me so we can set up your appointment. 504-701-4711. That's 504-701-4711. Change your water, change your mind.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing, and now we're back in control.
Call now and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-311-5977. That's 800-311-5977. 800-311-5977.
Talk That. Knoll Education is all about awareness. Join me, Dr. Jaquil Ross from New Schools for New Orleans, as I chat with Dana Peterson and Christy Ivy to learn how our public schools in New Orleans are performing academically. Tune in for Talk That this Monday at 12:30 p.m. on 12:30 a.m.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
While the city of New Orleans continues to wrestle with a $160 million budget shortfall, it seems citizens are left with no definitive explanation about who's exactly responsible for this financial mess. This fiscal fiasco threatened to leave city employees and vendors unpaid, and it sent the city council stepping to the state with hat in hand pleading for approval of a $125 million bridge loan to cover payroll. The State Bond Commission said okay, but the city leaders had to agree that the state legislative auditor would oversee how the city spends that money. I believe there should be an investigation by the state attorney general to get to the bottom of this mess to determine where the fault lies. There has been lots of finger-pointing. The council blames the mayor's administration, the administration blames the council. Sources with knowledge of city government tell me that the blame lies squarely at the feet of Mayor LaToya Cantrell and her chief administrative officer, Gilbert Montano, who, by the way, resigned to take a cushy job as chief of staff at the Audubon Nature Institute. It was only a month after Montano left City Hall that the deficit mess was exposed. Montano has a history where deficits are concerned. Before taking the job as CAO of the city of New Orleans, he held the position of deputy CAO and chief of staff for the city of Albuquerque, New Mexico. That city had deficits of $24 million in 2017 and $40 million in 2018. While there were no conclusions about who was responsible for the shortfalls in Albuquerque, the record shows that Gilbert Montano was on watch. On watch as CAO here in New Orleans, Montano was the chief budget officer. The CAO is the budget officer named in the city charter, not the mayor or not the council. CAOs have the responsibility for development, oversight, and execution of the city's annual budget. As such, the CAO is held to be the authority in budget matters. Earlier this year, in testimony before the city council, the city finance office reported that cash flow was in dire straits. Montano pushed back, telling the council that things weren't that bad. Well, we now know that things were that bad, and even worse than we could have imagined. The question is this a matter of incompetence or malfeasance? We taxpayers have a right to know, damn it. This is Norman Robinson off the top.
Hi, this is Zoe in sales at WBOK. I'm wishing you and your family a happy holiday.
From Gentilly to New Orleans East, WBOK is what New Orleans is talking about. WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks. That was Zoe. Yeah. Silent Valley girly. Hello. How are you? I'm Zoe. All right. Before we get out of here, let me go ahead and give you a couple of things. One of the things that is happening on tomorrow. Make sure you stop on by 4137 Washington Avenue. Let me give you that again. 4137 Washington Avenue. That is on Friday, December the 5th, starting at 12 noon. It's a big fish fry. Yeah. They're having it at the Family Center of Hope, Watson Memorial. And that is going to be on tomorrow. You can get your fried fish plate. I don't know everything that goes along with it because that's not in the flyer. But everything seems to be all together with your fried fish. And I wonder if they got that potato salad. I should have called and found out. But I know that they got more than just fried fish. And the whole plate together, I think everything is $18. So go by and see for yourself. Again, that's at 4137 Washington Avenue at the Family Center of Hope. and that is on tomorrow. Especially with all this bad weather, and you know you ain't gonna get home and won't do no cooking. Go and get your family some plates. Have everything there when y'all are ready to go. So that is tomorrow. You can get them at noon, and then by the time you get home, throw them into the microwave or reheat or rewarm it up, and then you're ready to go. You are ready to go. Ready to go. I'm also seeing breaking news. We'll try to follow up on this on tomorrow, maybe even bring something in, because I know my guest tomorrow is going to be the one, the only, the fabulous attorney extraordinaire. Suzette Bagnaris will be back in the air chair. But the decision that boosts Trump's effort to get GOP control again, the Supreme Court says they are going to allow Texas to use gerrymandered congressional maps for the midterms. Yeah. So the Supreme Court made the ruling. They are allowing Texas to use the gerrymandered congressional maps for the midterms. Other breaking news, too, maybe something a little bit more positive. Grand jury has declined to re-indict Letitia James, the U.S. Attorney for New York. So that's good to hear. All right, y'all, that's going to wrap things up for me. I appreciate everybody for being a part of the conversation on today. We will see you tomorrow. Don't forget, Attorney Suzette Bagnaris is going to be in here with us. So we should have some fun and have a lot of good conversation for you. Y'all have a great rest of the evening. If you're out tonight, please drive with care, because that rain going to be coming down. It's going to be here today, tonight, and tomorrow. I'll see you later.